Heads is the call. Heads it is.
All right, Sindhu. Heads it is. You're going to bat first. Take us through that decision.
Yeah, I think it's a good wicket to bat on. We just want to get on.
So this is the USA team. Tell us what we can expect here, Peter.
Aris, who's out of Seattle, Washington. And
Colon. A little bit uppish to start, but they managed to cut it off. Beautifully played, waited on it. That extra bit of length just helping Disha Dhingra to get through the shot. She finds the gap, but it's cut off. Well, that one's hit well through the offside by Dhingra. A tiny bit of width.
in the two official warm-up matches.
Dances down, lifts it in the air for a little bit of time, but the main thing is she found the gap.
Partnership, that's when things started to click.
Oweko too short again, and that strength through the offside showing for Dhingra. Finds the gap in front of point this time around in the women's game as the cut shot. Cover goes out. And of course straight away it goes to the point fielder. Chance at the bowler's end, but it's missed. Well, she went for the direct hit.
The wicketkeeper in waiting.
Gap left. She went too far across her stumps.
Shots, and it's a shot that they really worked hard to try and encourage other players to play. Use that sweep, get across your stumps.
The way she's played that shot, Colin, who goes for 8. Changing the bowling for Uganda. Straight away that width is given and work to do in the deep. Not a bad start from Sarah Akiteng, but they do come back for a second. That's good running.
To go.
Walaza to finish out her spell. Well, she's kept the field up and she's paying the price. The field is on the offside aside from long off, all up, but it's not going to have the legs. Will the USA have the legs to run 3? That they will. Good young team, of course.
On the boundary, but mid-wicket is wide open.
Well, she does find that spot, that favourite spot. So Peter Della Penna should be pleased to see her finally loosening the shackles, but it's excellent work in the deep. Brilliant fielding to keep that one from going for a boundary. Good dedication from Uganda. Bowl this one again. A much better delivery. Forces Dhingra to go leg side. She tries to push it through the offside field.
She's always going to be looking to play that cut shot, and there was no width here. She's trying to cut a ball straight off the stumps. Man, that was a recipe for disaster. Wicket.
Nicely weighted shot. She knew she wasn't going to get 4 for that, so just pushed it into the gap.
Standing on the back foot, not having to play with touch.
Well, that's good touch anyway. Sriharsha loves to play that ball behind point. Uses that little bit of pace that there is to send it fine of third. Just the 3 runs from the over so far. And there comes the sweep. The fielder out there. She doesn't manage to place it well enough to get any more than 1. So it's been a good over from Akiteng, and move around in your crease a little bit if you want a boundary.
And looking for that touch single. Ritu Singh, great call from the non-strikers end, and they could get 2 here as Nakisuuyi a bit lethargic, getting back to the stumps.
Bring the straights, straight cover, straight mid-wicket.
And a bad ball winds up how it should have in the end. And now Nakisuuyi is going to come around the wicket to try and cramp Sriharsha. And this time, tap and run single, run out chance. Kevin Owino misses from point blank range.
Field, work on your footwork.
Ritu going big, going wide of long on, and going over the rope for 4. Put it down. They were willing to put their body on the line, and this time. And now we do see a chance go down, and it could be a run out. So a wicket in the end.
I often feel like it's a tough one if you're coming out and you're supposed to just go boundaries from ball 1. Gives the opportunity. It's parried down, and then she suddenly realises, hey, I'm going to get a run out here. Really good work by Nakisuuyi.
This time Bogle goes over extra cover. It's going to be at least 2 as the boundary rider long off can't get there.
Straight, and the same in extra cover because it just gives other opportunities for run-outs.
Sriharsha coming down the track, picks out Musamali at mid-wicket. So she tried to be aggressive, tried to take a risk there, but the USA captain can't clear mid-wicket in the ring. Musamali.
Hang on, and a really well-deserved wicket.
In Morrisville at Church Street Park. Coaching done by Alvin Kilitron, former West Indies opener, as Akiteng again is picked on, and they're going to pinch another tight single. Kodali, again, a lot of bottom hand in that shot, getting it down a long on. Yeah, Sriharsha is by far the best sweeper, and poor fielding here. And it's going to be a run out in the end. They tried to pinch a second run. Kodali has got her hands up. I don't know. Think about that second run, but again, with 6 wickets in hand and 18 balls left, they took the risk and it failed.
Well, criminal stuff from USA because you absolutely should not run on this misfield because all of the people backing up are behind the stumps there. So a poor throw, but manages to collect it.
Miguel muscling this straight to the cover sweeper. And it'll be just a single. Bogley wanted to.
That's what she wants her fielders to be.
And now there's that sweep shot accessing that fine leg region by Bogley. Beautiful placement for a boundary. Timing right. And now it's resulted in a change in the field. That square leg fielder and the boundary's gone more to deep backward square. And Bogley now punches this wide of extra cover. They're going to come back for 2. Vigela was dead if that hit, but
taking a run out.
Last ball of the innings, and a thick edge goes wide of a window behind the stumps. This is going to be 2 as Akiteng relays it into the keeper, and
point there. But they've managed in the last over to have their best over, as you said. There have been starts all along the USA batting lineup. Nobody.
And on the bowling side for Uganda, everybody very tidy. Sarah Laza with 4 straight at the top, finishing with 1 for 19. Kansia Waco.
That helped USA to make 110 at the end of their 20 overs for 5 runs. So in the second innings, Uganda will need 111 from 20 overs to see.
And Proskovia Olako
With the slower ones, so I'm not surprised.
And beats the outside edge, clips the outside edge.
Opportunity for some extra swing. Olako liked the length. She threw everything at this one, just stayed leg side, and that's what's done for her.
We might see her bowl some medium pace later on. And this one piercing the gap at extra cover. Ritu Singh dives in vain, and it's going to be at least 2 as Kodali gives chase. And the running is very sharp between the wickets. They're going to take a very alert third. Fantastic by...
Release it immediately.
This one on the hips, tucked into mid-wicket. Chidasama has a little bit
more.
And trying to create room to cut, and pierces the gap. Bogley with a misfield at cover allows the single to be brought into the ring. Edge given. Vigela strikes.
Better bowling because she brought square leg up. She was feeling confident. Bowled this one just a better length, and look at that, just straightens up a touch off the pitch. 1 to go in the over.
Half volley flicked through the leg side. Willith Kamu giving chase from deep backward square leg, and the left armor relays it into Sriharsha.
Kit bought and everything like that.
What club? We don't have these things in America. As this one is put down,
Wow.
generally speaking. Is going big. Nakisuuyi. Where did that come from? First boundary of...
You need to be attacking before they even hit the ball.
This time they do attack. They brought the field up, and then they go for the power. Great manipulation of the field by Nampiina. This time slices it just over backward point. Aras at deep third is going to collect for 2. And that'll Seattle Washington charges in. And Tadani. Check that Ritu Singh gives chase, and it's 2.
Run rate climbing every dot ball. That one flayed off the outside edge. It'll be at least a couple, if not more. She swung the bat right through, and she's found the gap in between all of the fielders. 3 converging, and well, it should be called a boundary because the fielder was...
These 3 fielders, Giovanna Aris is tracking, and Vigela puts her body on the line, but...
painful, so I feel for her in the deep. Well, she's heaved that leg side. Fielder comes around. Good movement in the deep, so just a couple. So much better actually this week. Launched, and don't bother running. That's an enormous strike. What a sweet sound out of this one. Well, I'll tell you what, that is a classy shot. First the 6 down the ground, and then have come in the last 10 deliveries. Full and played straight down the ground, straight as an arrow, long off and long on.
Quarter section.
An edge, and how often do you see it happen? Brilliant shot followed by a shorter again, and the single. Well, it's been a trademark for you, turning 1s into 2s. And they're going to take on the field here again. Hits the stumps again, and they're going to run off the throw once more. Well, how often do you see that?
Yeah, there's so many bobbles and fumbles. And that's a product of, in the U.S., playing on outfields for a lot of these women that are not well maintained. That
more or less up with it. Heave leg side, and she's found the gap. That's where it was, square.
They get to this target.
Smashed in between, long on and deep mid wicket. She came a little bit squarer.
It's easy to take right now.
Dances down. She's looking to finish this in a hurry. Nakisuuyi. 10 required. Short and smash in the deep, but it's in the air. It's a chance. Can she get there? No, the placement is good.
USA, the slightest errors are becoming very costly. Isani Vigela took a very poor route to the ball.
That can be done in 1 hit. And she's going to do it. Look to do it in 2. That's another boundary for Nakisuuyi. Well, she's found the gap. What a way to bring about their first victory of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup Global Qualifier. They struggled a little bit with the bat. I'll tell you who didn't struggle with the bat, and that's Uganda's Immaculate Nakisuuyi. The USA used plenty of options, 7 bowlers, wickets could have enjoyed sitting in the dugout watching her put together a really classic innings. So USA, after electing to bat first, catch our breath here. This is the state of the standings. Scotland, who we'll see shortly, just ahead of Sri Lanka on net run rate. They'll face off in the next game, so do join us for that a little bit.